sessions and advice for all walks of life. With JayMariee and Blu, we've got topics just for you, bringing it all to light. We're vividly vocal. We're vividly vocal.
Hey everybody,
Hey.
and welcome back to
Vividly
Vocal, and this is Blu,
And this is JayMariee.
and today, episode 19, is going to be about colorism.
Yes.
But before we begin, we're going to get into our highs and lows. Mine are very long, so JayMariee can go first.
Okay. My high this week is I finally reached 500 subscribers on YouTube, you guys. That is a very big milestone I've been trying to reach, and I finally reached it. I'm actually at 516. So that's a good high. Also, another one, I start at the school on Monday. This really has been a stressful week for me. I am extremely tired, which is a low right now. I've been battling with this computer so I can get this content out to you guys. I've been having the blues, and I don't know. My low is I'm tired. I'm extremely tired. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of life. Not life. I'm sorry. Wrong thing. I'm tired of people. I'm tired of people talking and doing the things they do to me this week. I just been miserable, y'all. So that's my week, and that's my high and low. I ain't got much for y'all. But.
Okay. My high is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, won an Oscar. If anybody hasn't seen it, y'all should go see that movie. It's a great movie. If you like things that are different to the norm of what's out right now, I highly recommend that movie. And my other high is I've been vibrating very high lately. Like, no BS is getting to me. I'm only surrounding myself with things that will help me and expand my mind. I don't follow much gossip anymore. All the things I see on my social media are about space, science, and animals and recipes. And my low is I wasn't going to have one, but you know who pulled through for me. Guess who? Pregnant Krishan Rock was caught smoking weed and drinking at a strip club with Blueface yesterday. And here these bitches go in the comments, my baby's smart and I smoke so much weed. Meanwhile, baby little Dior or Armani, he don't know his name. ABC's 123's little Louis Vuitton don't know his name. Do not even say, don't even say it's okay to smoke weed while you're pregnant, because it isn't. It's inhumane. Like, you're fucking addicted. That's what it is at that point. If you absolutely need to smoke weed while you are pregnant, you are addicted to be able to do that while your baby's in your stomach for only 9 months. And, would you blow smoke on the face of an infant multiple times every day? Because that is basically what you are doing. Marijuana doesn't do anything to improve brain growth. And, it depends on the state. Whoever requires drug testing during pregnancy and after delivery, they test the mom's urine and the baby's meconium. If either are positive, the baby is taken away by CPS and the mother is arrested. And God forbid that baby has some defects. What will y'all say then to take up for Krishan? And fetal alcohol syndrome causes physical and mental damage in the child due to alcohol exposure while in the womb. What will y'all say to take up for her then?
Come on.
My second one. Jeremy Brown was shot and killed by Khadijah Brown, his wife, in front of their children on Facebook Live because he discovered he was bisexual and he wanted to leave her. But that's the narrative she's setting up. At least we don't know the details, because this happened yesterday at 7:30 in the morning. We don't know. We don't know the truth right now. But it's being said she only said that to embarrass him. It may or may not be true. But okay, so he wanted an escort to get his things from their home, and the police failed him by saying, no, we don't provide escorts. So he went up there to his house alone to go get his stuff. And she was on live already trying to embarrass him before she even shot him. He arrived alone to get his things, and she started yelling, murder scene, get your gun. I sat there and watched the whole thing. I watched the whole hour and the 18-minute live.
I did too.
And
it was horrible. He
said, stop putting your hands on me. You hear them, her putting her hands on him. She said, I'll kill you. She got her gun, and he said he was going to call the police because she had the gun. And you can hear arguing and the kids running around, and the gun goes off. And according to the police officer on the live, he was shot in the back of his head. So he had his back turned, and she shot him in the back of his head. And immediately she said, oh shit, I don't want to go to jail. And she runs outside screaming, help me, help me, help me, help me. The babies are crying. You can hear them screaming and crying. One of the babies said, where's daddy? I want daddy. And she said, your daddy dead. And she went up to him. His body is, I assume from what I could hear, this wasn't shown. Like, most of the screen was black the whole time. And she's like, I'm sorry, baby, stay with us. And the police came, the sheriff came and everything. One of them picked up the phone. Like 20 minutes later, he's looking, he's like, it's recording. And people were mad because he chuckled. He's like, oh, it's recording, huh? You know, but he didn't chuckle because he thought it was funny. He chuckled because the phone had everything they needed in terms of recording evidence and everything. And throughout the whole thing, you can hear his phone keep ringing and going off, voicemails, messenger ringing and everything. And it was 4 children that witnesses this. 2 infants and 2 juveniles, which means ages 7 to 9. And shout out to the police officer who was comforting the babies. She told the police officer that they were fighting. Jeremy jerked away from her and the gun went off. She said, we were tussling and he pulled the trigger. Before they even asked her anything or any questions in the investigation, she was trying to set up the narrative immediately that this was what happened. And we highlight women facing domestic violence so much that we also need to remind y'all that men can face it as well. And all the women in the comments talking about, I don't know what's the story, that some people saying he cheated, he did this, he did that. But they're saying he drove her to this. Don't play with people's emotion. And we don't know the full story, of course, since it's happened 7:30 yesterday morning. But whatever he did, it did not warrant him being murdered. She could have let him go and found somebody else to make her happy. Now them 2 children are left without a mother and a father.
Right.
And y'all need to know that y'all can't control everything in your life, but you need to control your actions and your reactions.
Right.
Because we basically need to do accountability part 2, because all this, oh, well, he broke her. Oh, he did this, he did that. But that don't mean you can just shoot him point blank in the back of his head. Right. You still gonna go to jail for that no matter what he did. Accountability part 2 is gonna have to come soon.
Shit, I'm ready when you ready. It's wow. I watched that actually before I got here. And the shade room gets to everything before everybody else did. So they finally got her in custody right now. They haven't set a bond yet, but they got her in custody. I am baffled about that because she was on Facebook Live and you could see her and she was just going off, and then you couldn't see shit after that. And when you heard the gun, if he got shot in the back of the head, that instantly lets me and everybody know that you shot. He didn't pull the trigger. Y'all couldn't have been tussling for him to pull the trigger. If his head got shot, if he got shot in the back of his head, obviously you had intentions of killing him for real, for real.
She literally said, "I'll kill you." She said, "Murder scene, go get your gun." And she pulled her gun out. The man was like, "Hey man, stop! Put that gun down." You know, he's like, "I'm gonna tell the police you have a gun." And she said, "You ain't gonna do shit." And he's trying to get his stuff through the apartment or house or whatever. And he's turning around trying to get his stuff, and she shoots him in the back of his head.
That was intentional. And then you hound about, I'm not trying to go to jail. Well, little miss, I ain't trying to go to jail. Look where the fuck you at now. That shit don't make no sense. Yeah, we do need an accountability part 2. Because I'm sorry. You gotta hold yourself accountable. Look what the fuck you did. Right. Because, again, like Blue said, we don't know what the full story is of what happened, but it's just like at the end of the day, it was not worth killing somebody. It just wasn't. I'm sorry. It just, that shit had me screaming this morning. I couldn't do it.
But anyway, on to the topic of colorism. I'm going to let JayMariee take the lead on this episode because as a dark-skinned woman, colorism will most directly affect her.
It do. I'm going off the dome with this one. I didn't write no notes down because I really wanted to pour my heart out with this one. Because as a dark-skinned woman, not a lot of us probably feel like this, but I feel like this because it's not only for, it's not only for us plus-size women, but it's just for any woman that's dark-skinned, period. Do y'all feel like y'all have more of a pretty privilege than dark skins?
Me as in light skinned people. Or me specifically? Are you asking them? No. Or asking the people, the listeners?
I'm asking the listeners and what's your input on as far as you being much of a lighter skin than me? Do you feel like, ladies that, you know, have your complexion or a little bit red bonish, do y'all have like that pretty privilege versus a dark skinned woman having a pretty privilege?
I find all women beautiful regardless of what their skin tone is, but if you mean on a societal level, yeah, definitely, because there are people that, you know, like to call it a preference to quote unquote prefer lighter skinned women, because on a societal and a cultural level, colorism is very real.
Yes,
and people like to say, oh, I prefer a light skin, red bone, a yellow bone, this and this and that.
I like your shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
That's beautiful for what we have for the topic today.
Oh, thank you. It's a shirt that says "Together We Will Rise" on it, with a bunch of hands of different colors.
I had to ask that because I have seen. Okay, so you know it's a game on YouTube, and they get like a whole bunch of girls in line, and the dude he walks with the mic, and he be like, "Yeah, I'll smash," or "Nah, I'll pass," and I don't really watch that because it's not something to entertain me, because I get offended when I watch shit like that. Because the last time I watched it, it was like two big girls that he instantly kind of, like the dude who was on there, it was a couple dudes that, you know, passed by, was like, oh, you know, you a pretty big girl, or, you know, you're beautiful. Yeah, you know, I'll smash. But it was one in particular, and I never watched it after that. He got to the first big girl. Mind you, both of the girls are so beautiful. But one of them was light-skinned and one of them was dark-skinned. The first one was a dark-skinned. And he got to her and he was like, instantly, pass. And like, they put an X on her face. And I was like, well, goddamn, like, you know, what's going on? Now, the men the men before him was instantly was like, one of them was like, I wouldn't even smash you, like I will actually want to wife you, like you are beautiful, beautiful dark skin complexion. He instantly was like, pass. He gets to the lighter skinned woman. Now it was like a couple of ladies like before you got to the light skin. He got to her, he was like, hell yeah, you a 10, I'll smash. And you could tell on the dark skinned face, like it didn't really faze her, but it was just like, what the fuck is the difference? Like, don't get me wrong, it's two different sets of thickness, but it's just like, well, what the fuck, you know, what's wrong with me? So, I didn't watch it towards the end, but I ended up seeing a clip of it on TikTok. And, you know, it was the same couple dudes, and I remember seeing, I was like, oh shit, I remember watching this. They asked him specifically why you chose the light skin over the dark skin. This motherfucker say, I just don't like dark-skinned big girls. Well, what the fuck is, what did we do to you? Right. Like, you must have got hurt in your past by a dark-skinned big girl, or something must have happened, because what the fuck? But that's beyond that one. But I ended up seeing another one, and the caption was dark skins versus light skins. I'm gonna see if I can have to find it for you. And they had it to where it was dark light. Right. All the girls that was light skinned got passed. And probably one girl that was dark skinned got passed. Their preference was, I want a light skin. I want a red bone. I want a light skin with pretty eyes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't care what you look like. I mean, I love everybody of color. I do. But if you want a light skin, does this light skin have the qualities that you are looking for? Yes, she's pretty. Yes, she got nice hair. But can she cook? Can she? What am I trying to ask? Can she do things like? Is she more than a pretty face? I think that's my question. Is she more than a pretty face? And it hurted me, because you could see all the dark skinned girls was just like, well, what the fuck? That just grinded my gears. Go ahead.
For those of y'all who don't know, you know, the term colorism and how we're linking it to this conversation, but what is colorism? Colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among the same ethnic or racial group. In a sentence, colorism within the Black community has been a serious emotional and psychological battle. Discrimination based on color, also known as colorism or shadeism, is a form of prejudice and discrimination in which people who share similar ethnic traits and people who are perceived as belonging to a darker skinned race are treated differently based on the social implications that come with the cultural meanings that are attached to their darker skin color. Research has found extensive evidence that discrimination based on skin color in criminal justice, business, the economy, housing, healthcare, media, and politics in the United States and Europe. Lighter skin tones are seen as preferable in many countries such as Asia, Africa, and South America.
Colorism is everywhere, literally.
Yeah. It doesn't only affect black people, but also darker skinned ethnicities, like especially Indian people. They have that bad in India.
Really?
Mm-hmm. In India, they have what's called a caste system. If you are... It's kind of what you're born into. In the caste system, you can't move up or move down. It's not, I'm not going to say it's because you are darker skinned, you are at the bottom, but it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, but let me find something because I wrote down something about India specifically.
Oh, no problem.
In India, colorism is rampant. Darker skinned Indians, especially women, face discrimination at work, at school, and even in love. Some arranged marriage websites let families filter out prospective brides by skin tone. So it may be no wonder that about half of all skincare products in India, according to World Health Organizations, are lighteners designed to brighten or lift, essentially to whiten, a user's skin color. WHO estimates that such products amount to about $500 million industry in India alone. Ooh. Until recently, some of them came with shade cards, like paint swatches, so that users could track the lightening of their skin. The most popular brand of skin lightener is Fair and Lovely, made by consumer goods giants Unilever. Generations of Indians have grown up with grocery store shelves lined with Fair and Lovely creams and face washes. They've been sold in India since 1975 with a marketing campaign of TV commercials and billboards that equate pale, fair skin with beauty and success. Those are stereotypes that many find deeply unfair. And as the Black Lives Matter movement spreads across the world, it has prompted a reckoning about skin color in India and a brazen revolt against one of its most popular cosmetics.
That's deep. That I never knew that. I didn't know they had to go through stuff.
Yeah,
like
I was
that.
actually seeing a guy. He was Indian, and it's like he came from a very, very rich, very prominent family. But it's like I would notice on Snapchat, he would have a very lighter skin, like he would have a damn near white emoji, but he's like so brown in real life, and I'm like, I'm connecting it to. I'm like, okay, because in India they don't think brown skin is quote unquote beautiful, but it's like you have all this money, you have all this, and you have all that. Yeah. But you don't even like your skin color.
That's just like, that reminds me of Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson did not, he had vitiligo. Yeah.
And he only whitened it to get the brown patch to make his skin more even.
There we go. I was going to say that, but he was so beautiful though.
He was beautiful, but then, here's the thing. He had a Pepsi commercial. And his hair caught on fire at the Pepsi commercial.
I remember that.
And he had such bad burns and pains in the scalp, his hair was never able to grow the same, so he had to wear wigs. I think he broke his nose or something like that, and he got a nose job. He had vitiligo, so he had to whiten his skin. So he's not, if you listen to Michael Jackson speak, he's a very proud black man. But it's all these things. And also his father, Joe Jackson, made him feel bad about having his big nose and his skin and stuff like that. So that also played into that too.
You know what, Joe Jackson, you are past. I'm not even gonna talk shit about you because I was about to go out and say you ain't shit. Because a lot of people, I remember back when all of it was going on, people were just like, oh, he changed his skin color because he don't want to be black no more. This and that, da 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 da. But you can see pictures of how he had the was it vitiligo? Yeah. You could tell, tell his skin was coming into that, and I feel like back now. Mm-hmm. People are actually proud wearing it. Like, you don't see a lot of people, not being okay with it. And I feel like if he would have had some more, like, support or someone coming to him, like, saying, you are okay, you're beautiful, da 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 da, he would have, not did that. I mean, I respect why he did that, and I kind of understand because, his dad was big pressure on him. Right. And it does make me mad that he kind of pressured him to not only do it, but he made him feel uncomfortable with how his body and his skin was changing. Yeah. But I just feel like if he would have had more support, he would have been okay with who he was.
He was a very lonely person. After the release of his fifth solo album, Off the Wall, in 1979, Jackson had an accident that would change him forever. He fell while dancing and broke his nose. It is believed that's when he had his first plastic surgery.
What was his family? It just that I don't know that part.
Like LaToya and Janet, they were very beautiful, but they got their noses done.
Mm-hmm. That's the sister that they don't talk about, or is it another sister?
They have another sister named Rebe.
There we go. That's the one I know. So not to get off Michael Jackson, but I do have another question. What role do you think is played? What role does colorism play in beauty and fashion industry?
Beauty and fashion industries. Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell was turned down left and right when she first got started because she was a dark-skinned model. They only wanted light-skinned, light models to perform. But then, I only learned this recently. Gianni Versace, he wanted her at all her shows because that was the only way she would get work. He said, no, I want Naomi Campbell, this beautiful dark-skinned. He was a person, he was Italian. He was a designer that did not see color. He loved everybody for who they are. And he said, I want Naomi Campbell to walk with me. I want her to wear my biggest, most expensive piece. And like at the end, they come out with a designer. And I want her to come out with me at the end so she can get money and she can get elevated in everything she does. What role in fashion is... What was the question? In fashion and what?
What role does colorism play in the beauty and fashion industry?
Beauty and fashion industry. Beauty and fashion industry. There was a time when you didn't see much darker skinned women. I'm seeing it right now. Well, for example, Shea Moisture. I remember Shea Moisture is supposed to be a quote unquote black hair company. They did the ad once and just straight light skinned people. Well, not even light skinned people, straight mixed people having curly hair. And it's like where the actual fully black people with tighter, kinkier, curly hair.
Yeah, I don't remember that commercial.
I remember it. They got in trouble for that.
Really?
Well, people were upset over it.
Oh, wow. I feel like as far as it playing a role in beauty and fashion industry, now you can see a lot of more dark skins.
Right.
You can see, oh my God. But back then, you didn't see a lot. Again, when you said Naomi Campbell, that's what you said?
Yeah.
That was my first time hearing it. She is so freaking beautiful.
As a matter of fact, they tried to get Tyra Banks to replace Naomi Campbell because they wanted Naomi Campbell out. Tyra Banks is a very light-skinned person, so they're like, we're going to get you out. But they didn't. They couldn't get Naomi out because she was just that good at what she did.
Because she's that fucking girl. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Tyra Banks, but, I just felt like this is just my opinion, y'all. I felt like she knew she had pretty privilege.
Definitely.
So she tried to use it to the best of her advantage. Like, let me give an example. Did she had America's Next Top Model. Did a dark skin ever win a season? If they did, please correct me. I don't know. But from what I've seen, I want to say more light skins have ever won a season than a dark skin. Now, if a dark skin ever won, please correct me. But I never really seen a dark skin win. I remember, I think Naomi Campbell did one, or she did something similar to that. And I remember they had an episode, and I see it all the time. They had a girl, she was from, I don't know where she was from, but she came to one of the models and she was like, you're a darker skin, you're not going to win this competition. So the girl felt some type of way, or she said something about her hair or something. And the darker skinned girl went back to Naomi Campbell and she was just like, hey, this girl was talking about my skin complexion and she said that I'm not going to win anything because of how I look. Mind you, this is a white woman who told her that. Naomi Campbell got so pissed off. I remember she got pissed off and she walked up to the girl and she was just like, so you're talking about her skin color? I could eliminate you now. And she was just like, no, I didn't mean it like that. Like, she backtracked, but then she said it again. She was just like, I just don't think that she would win because she just has darker skin. And Naomi was like, bitch, are you serious?
Right.
Like, you can leave right now. When I say that girl started crying, she was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. You meant to fucking say that.
You did.
Like, the dark-skinned girl, she wasn't fazed by it, but she was just like, damn, bitch, you in this competition.
Right.
And you feel like my
White women's
skin.
ears.
Yeah. Like, my skin complexion it offends you. Like, that's how you feel.
Right.
And Naomi wasn't having that shit at all. At all.
You don't know where she came from. Like, bitch, if you think you can get the fuck out of this show.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. But versus Tyra Banks, if somebody would have did it on her show, I just really, in my spirit, just wouldn't feel she would have had any backbone to back them up. I'm sorry.
I remember it was on Twitter. It was like a whole fallout, like recently of like they were like, damn, Tyra Banks was really fucking evil of all the shit she did to the contestants and stuff. I can't give you a specific instance, but they were like, damn, this bitch really need to be sued for everything she did on American Top Model.
Man, she had a lot going the fuck on. We were all rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. I forgot what that girl did. But my next question, this is one I do want to talk about. Colorism in the career and employment aspect. How do you feel about that?
It's bad. I've never experienced it, but yes, it's bad.
I asked that because as far as entrepreneurs,
Oh yeah.
I feel as though a lighter skinned woman can get away with making more money than a darker skinned woman. I say that because I'm about to give you a prime example. The bitch that made the pink sauce.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She had so much going on with that pink sauce. They literally had to take that shit down. But now she's selling it in Target.
Well, yeah.
I ain't seen it at Walmart, but if you have, please let me know. I want to buy it.
And it's still all different shades of colors. It's not consistent.
Okay, but she making her money.
Yeah.
Let a dark-skinned woman do it. I want to see the same reaction that she gets from a dark-skinned woman. And you're probably not going to get that. Why? Because they look at us, dark-skinned women, as... You know, I was always told this. Dark-skinned women are evil.
Okay.
I've been told that. My mom told me growing up, my grandma has said it too, growing up, they always looked at dark-skinned women as some form of a path to hell or some form of root. I swear to God. Like, we are the root of evil. We're black. We come from evil. Like, we're close to not the devil, but they basically said we're close to him because of how dark skinned we are. We have, like, say for example, if you piss a dark skin off, it just seems like the root of it will get right back to you. So it's just like a witch effect or some shit.
Well, are we getting the get back for slavery yet? Is it happening?
Hello, that's what I'm trying to say. But they used to say that, like, we are evil. So I'm not gonna say that some people look at that, or if y'all would have heard the shit I would have heard back in the day. I don't know if that's the mindset y'all have, but it's just like, if you, as an entrepreneur, dark skinned women do not get the praise they're supposed to get.
Recognition.
We get overlooked. I mean, that's just like YouTubers. My God.
Oh, yeah.
My God. I want to talk about that. And I also want to talk about, it's beyond the black race at this point. It goes into white people. Let me give y'all a prime example. Corey Kitchen got flagged for, what video was it he did? He did
mortuary assistant.
Yes, he got flagged for 18 and up for mortuary assistant. I done seen, let me see, I gotta name somebody. Markiplier, he played it. That man did not get flagged for it. I seen 8-Bit Ryan play it. He's also a white man.
Yeah, that's just plain racism at that point.
Thank you. He didn't get flagged. He didn't get flagged for that, but we instantly targeted Corey Kitchen. That's not only colorism, that's racism like a motherfucker. So basically, y'all picking with Corey. And I remember Corey went on YouTube and if y'all watch Corey Kitchen like me and Blue do, y'all know this man do not cuss. For the ones who be fetishing and putting these scenarios.
Don't really know shit about Corey.
Yes, y'all.
And Momo and them.
Y'all don't know the real. Only the real know. But it's just like, y'all know he went on YouTube and basically gave y'all what y'all wanted, but he did it in the most professional and classy way. Another example, Berlin, aka Berleezy. He played fucking Poop Killer 4. They took his shit down. When I say took it down,
the whole channel down.
The whole fucking channel down. Had everybody in the uproar. But Markiplier played that motherfucker. It was so many white content creators playing Poop Killer 4, showing the actual penises, like showing the dildos and everything. It was a lot of them that didn't censor it.
Right.
So when it came to Berleezy, it was just like, why did we take him down versus Markiplier he talking shit about it, doing this and doing that. Of course, Berlin gonna talking shit. But you got all these other white content creators making fun of it, like making little dancing memes of the penis, like showing you this dildo. But we take this black man down on motherfucking Black History, the whole Black History Month. But he bleeped it out though, so y'all couldn't see it, but y'all could see like the shape of it. But y'all couldn't see it versus these white people doing it, and you could see the whole goddamn shebang.
Right.
It mind boggled me, and y'all. And when I say the whole black community, that Games was in an uproar about this shit because it was just like, why him out of everybody? Like Corey was right. Y'all pick and choose who y'all want to pick with. But if it would have been Mark or fucking Dashie, he's not white, but
Dashie's Dominican. He's not black.
Yeah, Dashie's Dominican. But if he would have did it, I promise you they wouldn't have put his shit out. I'm sorry, they wouldn't have terminated him. But again, here comes this is when I say the colorism comes in and the racism comes in, because y'all picked on this black man. Why we didn't take down Mark and them? Why we didn't take down these people? But we were so quick to take down this black man, knowing that this is how he lives. This is the form of income he has to have. Okay, so since we taking his down, Markiplier, you got 16 million subscribers or more. Take this motherfucker down too.
They should have took down PewDiePie when he said nigger.
I'm sorry, what?
You don't know that? You didn't know he said nigger?
Hold on. Wait a minute. No.
I used to, growing up, I used to love PewDiePie down. I used to love him. But then one day, he was playing Call of Duty something. He shot somebody and they shot him back. He said, what a fucking nigger.
What the fuck?
And then he did some weird shit. So Fiverr. There were these Indian guys on Fiverr. And you could pay them to say something. And he paid them to say, down with the Jews or something like that. And the people, the Indians, they don't know what it means. So they're like, down with the Jews. And he's just getting a good kiki off of it. Fiverr took their page down because of him, of what he asked them to say. But I think the situation got rectified, but it's like, still though, nigga.
What the
and I used to love PewDiePie. But
wait, is he still on YouTube?
Yes, he is.
So why the fuck? Hold on. So why the fuck have we not taken him down? What the fuck? But hey, that's just like Jeffree Star.
Exactly.
Who?
Jeffree Star.
He been getting into. Let me tell y'all. As much as black people hate this man, they are so quick to buy his product.
I saw that. I saw this woman on TikTok say, "Don't get on me, y'all." But I bought all of Jeffree Star's skincare collection.
Get out my fucking
You bought
head.
the whole collection.
It was pink, huh?
Yes, it was pink.
That was the fucking bitch. I was about to just talk about that hoe, and she was like, "I just want to do a review on it. I just want to see what it is." Bitch, as much as you don't like him, as much as the black community don't like him, if y'all go back to his videos back in the day of him mocking our culture, mocking us, and saying, nigga, it mind boggles me how y'all can sit here and still buy his motherfucking makeup.
Ain't no skincare or makeup. He has good, the product looks nice. I'll give you that, but I'm just not buying from you because of the shit you've done.
I don't wear makeup, and I'm damn sure not buying the shit. But y'all fucks with him. But if but that's just like me supporting Malibu Barbie. If y'all don't, is it Malibu Barbie? Malibu Barbie face. If y'all don't know who that is, Malibu is he's in the makeup industry. He used to do wigs. He used to do wig reviews, and how he used to do wig reviews, he used to have like cute little music videos in the beginning or some shit like that. I'm gonna have to show you who he is. I love him so much. He used to hound and used to get on everybody's ass. Y'all supporting this fucking man who hates black people, this and this, da 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 da. Y'all need to leave this man alone, da 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 da. Y'all didn't listen to him. He used to get in his closet, his big ass walk-in closet, and he used to go off on us. He like literally, I would sit there and I would watch him. I don't know. He's not on YouTube no more, which makes me mad. But he would sit there and he would look in the camera and be like, y'all are some fucking idiots. Like, y'all are still really supporting this man.
Like sheep.
Yes. And I remember when he said that, Jeffree Star came. It was I don't know. It was a crazy incident that had happened. But Jeffree Star came out and he apologized to the black community. He was just like, I'm sorry, you know. I don't want y'all to, you know, not like me or anything, but, you know, I just, you know, that what I did was in the past, da 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 da. I don't know if y'all forgave him then, but Malibu was like, I'm still not going to forgive you because you had the audacity to say nigga and you was okay with saying nigga. Mm-hmm. That's where I draw the line. If, you know, if you a kid and you know, well, I mean, shit, kids, it's still unapologetic for that. But he was just like, you have no reason to, at your grown age, make a mistake by saying nigga when you said it multiple fucking times. It ain't no justifying that. Point blank, period. I had another example of fucking racism, but I promise you I forgot. Or colorism.
Okay, like you two, way back when the natural hair movement first started. I'm looking for people with my hair type. Yeah, I'm light skinned, but I have like type 4-ish hair. I'm looking for people with my hair type. I type in 4C hair tutorial. Why do I see a girl with Zendaya type curl saying, "Hi guys, this is a tutorial for 4C hair"? I'm like, girl, you high yellow, half green, half
What
something.
the fuck?
Like, you don't have 4C. Like, and that was a big problem because 4C hair creators were like, why are the twos and threes taking over our hashtag to get more views for them when y'all know good and well y'all do not have kinky, coily, coarse type 4C, 4A, 4B hair. Right. And that was a big thing. I remember that.
Oh, wow. Now, see, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. But then that's just like shit. I gotta bring colorism in this. Well, I gotta bring racism in this. That's just like white people wearing braids. I'm tired of seeing it. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Though. I'm not trying to attack the white community, but y'all steal so much from us. Can we at least have our fucking hair? But y'all quick to say, y'all wear extensions. Y'all do this. Y'all do that. Don't give y'all the right to wear fucking braids. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I literally, before my niece went to the school she at now, they had a white girl that went to her school, and she wore braids. She wore fox. She wore every hairstyle that you could think of that a black person has ever put on their motherfucking head. And one day I remember I seen her walking, and I had my niece in the car, and I looked at her and I said,
See, look, here the fuck we go. This is not a 4C hair, but I look up 4C hair styles, and this bitch is in the 4C
don't make
hair.
No fucking
this
sense.
Don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense, but they do that shit to get more views.
Exactly.
And it's crazy because y'all allow it. Yeah. She's pretty. She's a light skin. So, of course, y'all gonna watch and be like, oh, your hair's nice. Da, 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 da. Now, let a dark skin do that same shit that we just seen. Is she gonna get the same amount of views as y'all giving her?
And also, y'all see this girl with this big, beautiful, like fine curly hair, soft curly hair, and y'all see like somebody with a short. This is a big thing on Twitter, and y'all see a person with like a shorter, kinkier afro, and you think that's unkempt. You think they're not taking care of their hair properly. That was a big thing because they were like, y'all see all these light skins. Like I hate to keep bringing up Zendaya, but that's just who I think of when I see these curly hairs. Yeah. Like Zendaya types. When you see somebody with like a Lupita, y'all think they don't take care of their hair.
We love Lupita. Mm-hmm. We do. We love her. I don't know why Zendaya keep popping up, but I mean, she's a perfect example though. She's a perfect example. Okay, so colorism in social media. Period. Not let's get out of the modeling and shit like that. Let's go into social media. Let me give you an example of a dark skin in social media. Oh no, light skin, I'm sorry. And I love her so much. Ari Fletcher.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl. That's my birthday twin. She's light skinned. She don't do shit. She don't do a bitch ass thing. Don't do shit at all. But go to these clubs and shake her ass. And y'all be ready to throw millions at this.
And be a baby mama.
That's all she good. That's all she good for. That's wrong. that's what she do. I mean, yeah, she got her a lip line, but I mean, that's it. But y'all pay this girl millions to go and shake her ass and do whatever the fuck she do. I guess I don't know what the fuck she does, but y'all pay this girl millions versus. Fuck, do they have a dark skin that I can think of that's in social media right now? Fuck, they don't have one right now, but I promise you, when we get from commercial break, I'll give you a dark skin example. But, Ari, Jada's light skin, well, Jada's brown skin compared to me. Y'all, I want to be like, Jada, I want to do this, I want to do that. I got an example. Well, Des Dior, she's not dark skin. Well, now she kind of is. She kind of in the middle. But, yeah, she is. Okay, so, Des Dior. We gonna compare Des Dior to, like, Lakia. So, Lakia's a rapper. Des Dior is a rapper. Lakia, she didn't have to do much. She got on YouTube, started rapping, or TikTok, started rapping, and y'all instantly connected to her, and y'all, oh, she's pretty light-skinned, da-da-da-da-da. Then we have Des Dior. I remember she got on the Impact, and she was just like, I face more conflict in the rap industry versus anybody else because I'm dark-skinned. Yeah. And Des Dior is dark-skinned. I had to think about somebody. Des Dior is dark-skinned. She might be a tick, like 1% lighter than me, but she's dark-skinned. And I remember she got on there and she was like, I face more. Like, a lot of people don't want to work with me or want to do stuff with me, or I gotta work harder to get noticed versus fucking Lakia. Or shit, that's just like Carisha and JT. That's a good prime example. Carisha and JT. Everybody, quote unquote, loves Carisha all of a sudden. I don't know what wind she blew, but everybody loves Carisha. Carisha got her own podcast, which it just, I don't know, her podcast makes me question things.
I don't watch her stuff. I don't like the way she talks. Like, I don't like hearing her speak. Like, she's pretty, but it's like, I don't want to hear you speak. I don't want to hear anything you have to say. What nuanced subject can you talk to me about?
She talks like she type. I feel like
she types like. Fun? Remember she asked Diddy, "Is I'm fun?" Well, her and Diddy are broken up, but is I'm fun?
Is I'm fun? You like me? I like you. Like, what the fuck? Versus JT. If y'all heard JT talk before, you can tell the difference between Carisha and JT talking. JT actually talks. Yeah. Really, she talks very intelligently. Like, I remember they had an interview with her, Santana, and Carisha. It was Santana, Carisha, and JT. And JT has been off the scenes for a minute. Right. Like, she wasn't rapping. She wasn't doing that. Carisha was doing all of that. Which I hate the way Carisha raps. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn. Y'all can be like, oh, fuck Vividly Vocal for this. I'm sorry. I do not like the way Carisha raps. She raps, it gives me 4-year-old. It gives me very much toddler in the goddamn mirror. But it just gives me that. I'm sorry. Versus JT, I love me a good JT. And it's not me picking because, dark skin, y'all just gotta know. Right. Just because
JT is talented. She has talent. She can rap, but she has anxiety. So she said, I remember she sat down with Carisha and Santana. She's like, I have anxiety and I really don't want to put nothing out because I don't want to be critiqued. But she has something called, something bars, So I forgot. She had a freestyle or whatever, and that hoe went hard.
Really?
But yeah, she need to put it out. But she has anxiety. She sat down with, I remember they did Carisha Please, and like I just didn't like the way Santana and Carisha act towards her, because they were talking over her and they were being weird towards her and stuff like that. But she was just like, well, I kind of get discouraged sometimes because they say Carisha's doing this, and this and that. But what is JT doing? Why? And she was like, I don't like being compared to Carisha because you in your own lane and I'm trying to be in mine, but like I'm trying to find my footing, and they're comparing me to Carisha, saying, oh, what does JT do? Carisha got this and that and this and that, but JT doesn't do anything.
When Santana said that, I was just like, well, goddamn, like, I mean, JT, she's been quiet. You can tell JT has been in her craft, and I feel like when Nikki came out with Super Freaky, and she was on
the Queen mix. Yeah,
when she came on the Queen, she ate that hoe up and down. And I love Nikki because here we go, because Nikki hate about to come after I say this. Nikki don't discriminate when it comes to dark skin or lighter skin.
Right, yeah.
You have never heard her say anything about a dark skin. If you have, please, I want to see receipts right fuck now. But she doesn't have that. She doesn't have a hate towards dark skin or light skins. I mean, she just loves people, period.
Right.
But when she was on Carisha Please, you could tell it was like weird energy.
It is weird.
It was so weird. And Santana, with you being a fucking dark-skinned gay man, I mean, I'm not saying to pick sides, but it's just like, why were you being weird? I don't know if it might have been some tension between them. I don't know, and I will never know to this day. But it just felt like they were ganging up on her.
Right.
And it was just like, JT. And it was just like, well, goddamn.
Right.
Santana, Carisha.
It's always been said, like, the city girls not close like that for real. They're just business partners. They're not close like that for real.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, damn. I thought they were... Well, Carisha did hold JT down.
Yeah.
She really did. When she got... So they might have been really close before all this shit. But it's a show that kind of reflects their life. I think it's like Rap Shit or Rap City or some shit like that. And the City Girls is the writers or producers or shit of it. But... it kind of reflects how they started or how like their upcoming was. So it kind of, you could tell who's Carisha and who's JT.
Right.
But they probably was close before all of this. And it's just like now, I feel like social media plays an impact on why they're not close anymore. Because... Again, everybody's like, oh, Carisha's beautiful, this and that. I just saw a picture or a video of JT at the club or something. And when I say that bitch was radiant.
In that pink and green dress.
Yes! I said, oh my God. Yet again, I seen comments on Twitter. Oh, she's ugly. That's too much makeup. She's trying to be light skinned. And it's just like... What the fuck y'all be gaining from saying shit like that? Like, not every dark skin wants to be lighter. Y'all make us want to hate our skin so fucking bad. I know a light skin right now that be hollering about, I really hate that I'm light skinned. I want to be dark skinned. And she be, I seen it on TikTok. She be trying to tan her skin dark. And it's just like, well, damn. But as a light skin, coming from me, I don't be meaning to say this, but I do have friends that are lighter than me. I have 3 of them to be exact. It's only me and one other that's pretty much dark skinned, but I always say, well, y'all get pretty privileged because y'all light skinned. Y'all can really get away with murder if y'all want to. And I remember I got told, I don't know if it was from Blue or it's from somebody else, bitch, it don't matter what I look like, I can't get away with murder.
Exactly. That sounds like something I would say, because you might think you like dark skin, but them white people running the law, you're still a nigga at the end of the day. That's why I always thought the distinction growing up between light skin versus dark skin, team light skin, was always fucking stupid, because in my family, we have a whole bunch of different shades. We have every single shade in our family, so it was never even talked about, oh, dark skin this, oh, light skin that, because I didn't even know that I was considered light skinned until I got to like middle school. But I was like, okay, I'm still black at the end of the day. It don't matter what complexion I come in, I'm still black. But I just always thought it was stupid, because I just think it's so stupid because to white people, we all niggas. I mean, I'm like, why are we all making this distinction? Because colorism is just rooted in white supremacy. Light is white, dark is wrong, or something like that. So it's like, why are we wasting all this time fighting each other instead of turning our attention to the real problem, which is white supremacy?
Girl!
Because y'all get crabs in a bucket. It's like, it's just, why are we focusing on who is the lighter black when we could be fighting, this thing that affects all of us around the world?
It all goes back to how they perceived us back in the day in slavery.
Exactly.
Because the lighter skin used to be in the house versus the darker skin had to be outside picking cotton. And I distinctively remember it was on, TikTok has some crazy ass shit. But I remember I came across this. It was a woman. It'd be a lot of incidents where kids in school particularly be picking on dark skins or black people.
Yeah.
It was this one TikTok in particular. This girl, she's a darker skin complexion. Well, not my dark, but she's like brown skin. And this lighter skin girl, she goes to a private school. And the mom had to go up there and cuss everybody the fuck out. Because the lighter skin girl looked at her and said, well, back in the day, you dark skinned niggas used to have to go outside and pick. And I had to be in the house with the white boys. And mind you, it's a class of damn near half white and probably a selected few of black. And the little girl went home and told her mom, when I say that mama got up there and clowned, and she recorded it. And the front office is mainly white people. So they were telling her, well, can you stop recording this? I don't want you, we gotta talk about this and we gotta put the student name out, but can you not record it? She's like, well, I know the student name. Can we just, say, the first letter of their name or something? Because I need proof that this is happening, because y'all not about to make me feel like I'm acting crazy when I get on this social media or anything. Like, I need people to see what the fuck y'all be doing. And they're just like, we don't need you recording this. Cut that off. They immediately told her that they cannot accept her child no more after that incident.
Wow.
And it's just like, well, what the fuck? That baby picked on my child.
Right.
That baby said what they said to my child.
Right.
So I can't come up here and clown? That's what you're telling me? I can't get mad because y'all talking about my baby's skin complexion, and it's all probably, I don't know, but it's probably an ongoing battle at home with herself.
Exactly.
Shit's crazy. This is a good kind of topic, y'all. But we have to take a commercial break, try to get refreshed, get some juice in our lungs. We will be back, you guys, after the commercial break. What's up, you guys? It's JayMariee, and of course, we are at a commercial break for a moment before we get back to the topic. But I wanted to let y'all know that I have a YouTube channel called Chunky the Gamer. If y'all are not entwined or y'all not subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure when you go to the bar at the top of YouTube, type in Chunky the, not THE, but DA Gamer, and I'm going to pop up, you guys. I have so much content coming to that channel, but make sure y'all go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, okay? And make sure when y'all get there, hit the notification button, and let me know in the comments if I sunshine from the podcast, all right? Love y'all guys so much, and I will see y'all on the YouTube channel.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, so this is a good ass question. How does colorism influence or impact friendships?
Friendships.
Oof.
Colorism. This reminds me of Erica Banks. You can't come out with me unless you the finest bitch in the the world or whatever.
That shit,
and that reminds me of you could be like, I don't want to be friends with no darker bitch. This and that. That just it just reminds me of that.
I had a friend. Fuck it. Toon told me that Blue was not going to like me. We always talk about this, but this is a prime example.
Yeah.
He said that Blue wasn't going to like me because I am loud Well, no, she don't like loud and ghetto
Ghetto.
people.
Which is not true.
So, I remember me and Blue talked about this. We talked about this so much. It mind boggled me because you immediately looked at me and said, "You're loud and ghetto." That not
Right.
you, but him.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Where did you make that? How did you make that assumption and come to that conclusion?
that's
What
I'm
details
saying.
were you given to make that conclusion? I was quote unquote loud and ghetto.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It took me a lot to get to how I am today because if you honestly, and I could put my government name out, if you knew Jalen before me right now, I never liked talking. I had bad anxiety. I hate talking in front of people. I have social anxiety. I didn't like talking. And if I would have did a presentation or if I would have got on here, I would have been nervous. And my anxiety would have flared up and I would have started crying. But that's how I was back in the day because I had bad, I mean, I still have bad anxiety. It takes me a while for me to really talk to somebody or get on stage or talk in front of millions of people because I have social anxiety. I've been having it since I was young. And I mean, it might not sound or look like it because of how bubbly I am, but with my friends, I'm bubbly as hell. But with a stranger or something, I'm still bubbly, but it's a certain extent because, again, I have social anxiety.
Right.
And growing up, I always got picked on, so I never wanted to do any type of presentation. I never wanted to do nothing because I always was the fat dark skin or the fat girl who was black. So I just didn't like doing shit. And it just used to, I had bad anxiety. But for this bitch to look at me and say, then just assume that I'm just this loud ghetto ass bitch. Don't get me wrong, I'm never gonna forget where I came from. I ain't gonna say I came from the ghetto, but I was raised in the North End. I mean, I was raised
A
in the
predominantly black neighborhood.
North. Exactly. Don't get me wrong, it's not ghetto of what you assume.
Right.
Yes, they have aspects that might be a little hood and stuff and all that, but it ain't ghetto. It ain't the ghetto. I mean, we just have we live in our black culture and we live in it well.
Exactly, and then that's nothing to be ashamed of.
Right.
Meanwhile, him on the other hand, if he could be a slave, he would be one. He would love to be one. Under the way he's obsessed with the white man's feet being underneath them. But that's none of my business. But you sit here and make this assumption. And also going back to that, so me and Toon were having a conversation one day, and I said something like, he said such and such, the South End. I'm from the South End. That's a predominantly black neighborhood. And he said, at least some black and stupid and ghetto like the South End. And I was like, what about the South End? He was like, yeah, the black, stupid, and ghetto. And I was like, I'm from the South End. And he looked at me. He was like, no, you're not. And I was like, how the fuck you gonna tell me where I'm from? Yes, I am from the South End. My parents live in my great-grandparents lived in Pear Orchard. My grandma grew up here. My grandpa grew up there. And this and this and this and that. This is where I'm from. And he said, no, you're from the West End, which is where all the white people live. And I was like, no, I'm not. He's like, well, you assume I'm so well spoken and quote unquote educated that you think I'm from the white side of town because you think I'm lighter skinned. I'm from the quote unquote white side of town with the more affluent and successful people. Well, no, nigga, I grew up in the south side of town. This is where his assumptions get him looking stupid because. Nigga, you know where you grew up. You don't live in the West. You don't live in the West End either. You basically in the North End. In that shack you lived in. You lived in
fucking rat shack. That's what the fuck it is. And it's crazy because I've never experienced racism or colorism I lied. I have. But in my recent friend group, I don't experience that. My friends, we love each other equally. It's not no light skin versus dark skin type shit. Literally, I love the shade of blue. I love the shade of KK. I love the shade of Tati. I love the shade of pumpkin. I don't know why I was about to call her something else, but I love their shades, and they definitely like. I be talking shit about my shade, and I promise you, I get yelled at for saying the shit I be saying, especially from either Blue or KK. They be yelling at me like,
be yelled at. There's nothing wrong with your shade.
See,
why are you talking down to yourself in such a manner?
Exactly, and it just be like, don't get me wrong, I love my shade, but you know, it be privileges that
right.
I see. They don't absorb that pretty girl privilege. Like, they're pretty, and you know, of course, you know, they gonna get what they want. We're all pretty, but it's just like, you know, the girls, they know that, bitch, I got a pretty privilege, and like Erica Banks, you gotta be this. They don't act like her. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
Erica Banks not even pretty in the face. You get your body chopped and screwed one time, and you the hottest bitch since fucking Flaming Hot Cheetos. What the fuck?
I just want to know, what does she mean by that?
I don't know.
What
you gotta be the pretty. You gotta be a perfect 10 or some shit like that.
So what is the fuck is the perfect 10?
I don't know.
Because bitch, you and your body is not. You're giving a solid 2. I swear. I'm sorry, because you got some little chits teeth in your mother. Shut up, bad Jay.
Right.
Bad.
My cousin, well, me and my siblings are all different shades. I'm like yellow. My brother is like a chocolate brown. My other brother is like a deep tan, and my sister is like high yellow. And I have a cousin, she's like dark skinned chocolate brown, and she's the most bubbly, most talented, most smart girl. She can sing, she can act, she can dance, she can do all these other things. And my niece is the most beautiful little dark skinned baby I've ever seen, and it really would hurt my heart if she was ever to be looked down upon or talk to herself in such a way because of the color of her skin, because she's just a beautiful dark skinned baby. Like, she can't help, that's just the way my baby was born, and she can't, you know, like, I don't ever want her to talk to herself like that or even experience that.
Her niece is so cute, y'all.
She is the most adorable little baby ever.
She's just the most cutest little chocolatest thing. Every time I see her on Blue Snap, I just be like, oh my God. When I have my baby, I want her to be as cute and chunky as you. She is so adorable.
Yeah. I don't want to have no light skinned baby for real. I want to have a dark baby like her.
You know what? And I've heard a lot of people say that, like, you know, I don't care what my baby comes out looking like, but a dark skinned baby, when I say I would, oh my God, they got this baby on Instagram, and she's a satin dark skin. Oh my God, she is so fucking beautiful. She has the big cheeks with the dimples, and she is so radiant. But it's just like social media. I always say this: social media will tear a motherfucker down bad, and it makes me upset because I got an actual prime example. My niece, beautiful chocolate baby, but not in middle school, because it just seems like now the boys be wanting my baby. Oh my God. It's these motherfuckers these babies, not motherfuckers, my God. It was these babies in elementary. They would pick on her because she was darker. And that's where it all started with me when in elementary. These kids would be like, you're black, I don't like you, or you're too dark. My god sister was like that. My god sister, she's a little bit darker than me. Skin beautiful as hell. My dad, back in the day, they used to call him Soot.
Because he's black.
Yes, and it's crazy because my grandfather, he's from Louisiana, and he's a Frenchman. I don't know exactly where in Louisiana he's from. I'm gonna have to ask, but all my people migrated from Louisiana to Beaumont because he used to be a cook back in the day. He had his own place and everything down here, but all my papa kids was light skinned, brown skin. But when he had when my dad came about, he was dark skinned, like real dark skinned. My grandma, I never knew her because she passed away before I was born. She was dark skinned, and when I say dark skinned, when I say she was the most beautifulest chocolate, like deep root chocolate. That's where my daddy got his color from. All his kids is dark. Literally, all of us is dark except for one. She's more of a brown skin with pretty eyes, and that shit came natural. I don't know how, but it just came natural. But all his kids dark, and they used to pinpoint us out because we were the darkest ones in the family. But even though we the darkest ones, all his kids got good ass hair.
Mm-hmm.
We have all the other siblings, well, all the other cousins' hair. I'm not talking about anybody's hair. I don't want to talk about anybody's hair, but back in the day, they said it was crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Versus all my daddy kids' hair, we have good ass hair. Like, if you will go in my hair right now, you'll be like, well, what the fuck? Like, you have some pretty ass hair. And I done been told that. You got some pretty ass hair for a dark skinned girl. Oh, girl, yes. And Toon was one of the motherfucking ones who told me that. And I lit his fucking ass up. I said, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Well, I've just never seen a dark skinned girl with your type of hair.
You have.
Bitch, what are you saying?
Well, I've never seen. My God.
I mean, what? What the fuck?
And his hair, on the other hand,
fucking a wasp nest.
steel wool that you use to scrub your dishes in the sink with. My God, bro. And that's not even picking on his natural hair. That's just what he did to it to make it seem like he could make it better, quote unquote, or make it not as black, quote unquote. You know,
cut them dead ends.
Don't repair them.
You cannot
repair them.
Okay, so I have probably like 3 more questions, and I promise you I'm done. Okay. How does colorism manifest in media predominated by people of color?
Media predominated by people of color. Like, let's say in the black movies, right? Like, let's say a Tyler Perry movie. Who's in the main role? Who's the evil one? Like the Boondocks did this. Remember the Boondocks said the light skinned woman and her evil dark skinned wife, dark skinned husband, and the light skinned poor gardener comes up and works on her lawn shirtless, abs glistening in the wind. And she's like, "Please help me, please save me from my evil dark skinned husband." And the light skinned woman and light skinned man lived happily ever after.
When I say Boondocks be on point with shit they but. That's the prime example. I love me a good Tyler Perry movie, but he be making me question a lot of shit he be doing because his characters. Okay, he'll have a light skinned woman. She's rich. She got it all. This and that. But then he'll have the dark skinned woman struggling, eating out of trash cans, pissing in pots and shit, and it just be like. Well, what the fuck? You gotta sit there in silence, and let me tell you, silence is so funny. Like, if something pisses you off, it's just like crickets in that motherfucker. Like, well, goddamn, your silence tells it all. It tells it all. It's like Tyler Perry. That's what the fuck you look at us dark skinned women like. Goddamn, we piss poor, and we piss in pots and eat out of trash cans and shit. Versus the light-skinned woman, the rich superiors, like, what the fuck? Did he ever, I don't know, because I don't watch a lot of Tyler Perry movies. I watch more of his plays. That's just like, what's that fucking movie? What is that for colored people?
For colored girls.
There we go, that's what I meant to say. You know what I meant. Mm-hmm. It followed many different aspects of the black woman. And in particularly, it mind boggles me because he had, it's that scene with the light skin dropping the baby. Mm-hmm. She's, I forgot, she's not dark, she's dark skinned in my eyes, but she's more of a just a tidbit lighter. He had her being the breadwinner, don't get me wrong, but she was still struggling. She had this ain't shit ass light skinned nigga in her house. He was abusive to her. Mm-hmm. Versus you had, it wasn't a lot of light skins on there. Well, hold on, Janet Jackson. Mm-hmm. She's considered light skinned because so much she has done to her skin. I'm really considering her as a light skin. But you have her, this rich boss bitch, but her man gay. then you have this dark skinned woman who gets raped by this light-skinned man. But then also, you got this light-skinned baby. No, this light-skinned woman who's a whore. So it's just like, well, damn, what do you really perceive the black woman?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I want to know. That's what do you perceive the black woman? Because watching that movie makes my anxiety flare up so fucking bad because there's so much going on. And then you have Loretta Devine. That's my girl. I love her so fucking much.
Yeah.
As this loud ass black woman. Again, she's loud. She's not loud in person. She's just loud in movies because y'all make her this loud ass black woman, this loud ass dark skinned chunky woman. And I don't. It mind boggles me how y'all perceive us and how y'all portray us in movies. For another example, fucking Precious. I don't know.
God.
What was y'all motive of making Precious?
It's based on the book.
It's based on the book, but god damn, y'all know ever since Precious came out, kids and people in general pick on big girls and perceive them as precious.
Right.
I cannot tell y'all how many times I have been called Precious, and don't get me wrong. Precious, the girl who played Precious, is beautiful.
Gabourey Sidibe. She got a man that love her, and people she got a man, people like, why?
Really?
Yeah.
Y'all are nuts. Y'all are crazy. That's just like Snoop Dogg's daughter. If you look on Instagram, she just got engaged by this very handsome man. Do you know the girls was in the comments eating her the fuck up? Oh, he just wants her for her money. He knows that that's Snoop Dogg's daughter. Well, how would y'all fucking know that?
Right.
Y'all just mad because y'all don't know how long they've been together. But y'all so quick to assume, oh, well, he just want her for her money. Y'all don't even fucking know that for real. What if he just want her because she's beautiful? Right. Y'all so quick to say this and that, and it was the same fucking girls. Let me tell you this. Black girls. If I see one white girl up in there, she was most likely defending Snoop Dogg's daughter. And I want to say I might have seen it, but I don't like lying because lying is a sin. Girls, my color, light-skinned girls, brown-skinned girls, literally attacking this girl. Right. Because of that. And it's just like, well, damn. What is y'all animosity with this girl? That's the shit. Lizzo got a fine-ass man.
It does.
That man is fine as hell, and he loves everything about her. She posted a picture of him. The girls was cutting the fuck up again. Oh, well, her big ass be showing her big ass on this. Nah. Well, goddamn, like, what do y'all want us to do? Y'all want us big girls to, the figmentation of what y'all see in us, y'all want us to be big, fat, sloppy, stanky, and all of this shit. Right. No! All of us are not like that. I know a couple that probably need a hygiene one-on-one class, but I mean, it ain't because they choose to be like that. Sometimes, and I remember I had someone who told me this. It's not that I choose to be like this. It's just that I didn't have the proper talk about my hygiene. So I don't know how to properly get in certain areas, or y'all smell certain shit and I don't even know what the fuck it is. But y'all quick to paint the scenario.
I heard something on Twitter called, let's play a game. Is she pretty or is she just light skinned?
Oh.
Now, if you give a girl a darker skin tone, is she truly beautiful still? Right. Or is she just light skinned because that's what y'all see in other people?
Right. No, really. That's a good question. And it's scary because, again, it seemed like every guy's perspective or attraction is a light-skinned woman. And I don't have nothing against light-skinned women. I have all different shades in my family, literally. Just like what Boo said, I have it too. I have all types of shades. Hell, I got a white woman in my goddamn family. I never discriminate. But when it comes to, it being a problem, and you make it a fucking problem with the light skin versus dark skin.
Right.
That's when I can't fuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
I have my friendship now. I could look at Blue and Blue could look at me, and we would never have a debate of, oh, well, Blue, you're light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Or she'll be like, well, you know, Jay, you're dark skinned. I mean, it would never be a debate.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm saying I don't see color. I don't see the shades of this and that. I might have a preference. Don't get me wrong when it comes to dating. But I see now you light-skinned niggas ain't shit. But that's another story. But, I mean, that's just what it is. Simple as that. My next question is, how do you feel about the dating realm as far as colorism, racism, white men with black girls with white men, this and that, and that.
You can date whoever you want as long as there's not a prejudice or a racist or you can have a preference. I'm not going to argue down on your preference.
Right.
But as long as you are not ill intent, like some guys come up to me talking about, hey, caramel, hey, milk, no, not milk chocolate, hey, caramel, this and that. And I'd be like, why are you greeting me by my skin color? That's an automatic red flag. Now I'll talk to them from that then. Some guys, you know, because some light-skinned girls be ready to talk down on a dark-skinned woman. Some black guys be like, well, you know, you light-skinned, so I know you classy and you this and you that. And I'd be like, why would you say that about a dark-skinned woman? And I just won't talk to them again.
Yeah.
Y'all be careful out here. I date outside my race. I don't have as long as the person treats me with respect and all the things I need to be treated with, I don't really have a preference in terms of race. But as long as you fine, then, you know, I'll date you. But it's like, be careful out here. If you are a black woman dating white men, because some of them have fetishes. They see you as like the one fist up. I am a black woman. Hear me roar. You're marching in Selma. They see you as the cocoa butter wearing, fucking lock having, fucking.
It's giving. What's his
bumping
name?
and grinding, fucking.
Jack Harlow. That's his fucking name.
Cleopatra, Black Queen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, they just fetishize everything about a black woman. Like, I was talking to a guy and I was like, something about, I was talking about lotion. And he was like, what kind of lotion you wear? Cocoa butter, shea butter? And I was like, no, I wear an actual brand that moisturizes the skin. It's called Curel, and it does this and this and that. It's like a dermatologist. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Cocoa butter, shea butter, coconut oil, coconut butter.
Well, damn. That's just like that TikTok. It was like, all right, white people, when you, what do you smell when you see black people? And when I say these white people had me hollering. Somebody was like, well, every time I see a black person, they normally smell like hair products and gel and stuff. Mm-hmm. And this other white person was like, well, every time I smell one, they smell so good. They smell like they just came out the kitchen. So like, that's collard greens.
That's racist. You trying so hard to not be racist, you be racist. I be like, what the fuck? Collard greens, bitch.
And then this white man, he was like, well, I date a black girl. And he was like, she smells like, it's like a mixture of cocoa butter and mangoes and shit. He was like, she just smells so good. And I'm just like, I don't know how to be offended. Like right now, like I want to be offended so bad, but it's like, y'all.
Yeah, of course, like we smell good, but it gets to a point where you just like, oh, I bet you smell like mangoes and chicken and mac and cheese. Like beating it to the thought of that. Like, oh God, like it gets to a point where it's just weird. Like you see it as a fetish.
It's creepy. And now, you know what I hate when white people. I hate it. I hate when they look at you and you got your hair done or you got a certain style and they be like, can I touch it? And you be like, no.
It look like the petting zoo, bitch.
Like, what the fuck? Don't touch my fucking hair. Wait a minute. Didn't we get an email or something? Or somebody said somebody asked to, no. No. I don't know. I thought we got an email or something like that, and somebody called them. No, I don't know who it was. Don't correct me, but y'all white people buy
Right, but they see you as a fetish, which means they don't see you as a human. So when you start showing these human qualities, they're going to be like disgusted because you're an actual functioning human being and not just I am black woman, hear me roar, Black Panther, when you're not just the quote unquote strong black woman. Black woman, like, excuse me, he asked for no pickles on his No, I don't do that on his fucking burger. No.
My God, y'all are horrible.
And also, black men who date white women, you better be careful. They not trying to get that big black cock out of you.
I'm going under
I
the
saw
table.
something. I saw something that was like, my baby mama just called me a nigger. And it was like, it was on Twitter. And it was like, my baby mama just called me a nigger and said I can't see my son. But it's like, you probably knew she was a fucking racist before you had the baby with her.
Right. Y'all
Be
also
careful.
gotta this is away from dating, but y'all gotta stop letting, I know y'all be wanting to be cool with these white people, and these white people be trying to be cool with these blacks. But let me tell you something, one thing I don't entertain is a white person calling saying nigga.
At all. No.
I don't know what world y'all live in. I don't give a fuck if they can sit at the motherfucking picnic table at the cookout. Bitch, do not call me a nigga. I swear to God, I have a story. I have a story to tell. This dude I was dating at the time, well, whatever. It was my ex, whatever. My ex had a homeboy that came over to the house, and they used to always go to the club in the middle of the night. And mind you, me at the time, me and my ex, we wasn't just really fucking with each other at this point. We were just living together. We was just here. We were coexisting at this point. And he was doing his own thing and shit. I mean, you doing your own shit, you know, I'm gonna do my own shit too. You feel me? So we are, he went out with the dude. I'm gonna call him OT.
Mm-hmm.
He went out with OT, and OT was very notorious for going out and fucking, damn, I have to say it, underage girls. He was notorious for doing it, and they would go to this place called a sauce party. For the ones who live in Beaumont, motherfucking Texas, or the Golden Triangle, you know what a sauce party is.
What is that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
A sauce party?
I'm glad you asked. The sauce party is a party that was located at a house it's like in the North End. I forgot the street. I promise you after this, I could probably say it, but I don't remember it right now. But it was a house that is located in the North End, and it was by this man named Sauce. Well, they called him Sauce, and it would be in his house. He would have all his furniture. It was basically like a trap house.
Okay.
No furniture was in there. The bathroom probably, it had no lights, no water. Well, no, it did have lights because they was able to plug shit up. They didn't have water in there. So if you had to shit, piss, or anything, you might as well had to go to a store. He had liquor galore, had no alcohol, and literally if you passed by that fucking street, you would see, it would look like dead bodies would be on the yard because they would be so fucking drunk.
Oh my God.
But this is where girls that went to Lamar University, LIT, bitches all the way from PB, Preview, will come down, go to a club out here, and immediately go to a sauce party. It would be, the house looks like Toon's house.
Wow.
And it had the capacity of about 500 people in that motherfucker.
Oh my God.
I bullshit you not. And they will go to these sauce parties, and it will be bitches 17, 18, 19, damn near 16 years old. This man would not give a fuck how old you were. As long as you can, if you was in there, it was what it was.
Children, don't do it.
And the niggas would go there, and there would be old school niggas, like
Grandpa, what you doing in this
hello?
bitch?
Like, it would be old guys, Well, it would be some old guys in the mix, but it would be niggas my age in that motherfucking South Party at the walls watching these young underage girls shake their ass, do this and do that. Mind you, it's Hennessy, Patron, motherfucking Casamigos wasn't existing at that time, but it was shots after shots, bottles, this and that. Weed, it was a whorehouse. Fuck what I said about it. It was a whorehouse. But anyway, he had a white baby mama. She portrayed herself as a black woman. When I say that, yeah, of course they had mixed kids. She has another baby daddy. He's black as well. So you kind of catch my drift when she's been in the black community. But yeah, ain't black. Hear me out. So I'm at home minding my black business, and I get a knock on the door. So it's about a good 2:00 in the morning. I wasn't expecting my ex to get home because at this point, bitch, I don't give a fuck. So I didn't get up because I'm thinking, okay, they here for him. His bitch ass ain't here, whatever. I still hear the knock. I said, well, what the? I get up now. So I get up. It's her. Is OT here? I was about to say his name. Is OT here? I was like, no. And I'm looking outside. I'm thinking I see my ex car outside because he actually had a car at the time. I look outside and I just see my shit. I'm like, no. Well, that nigga was supposed to. And I'm looking at her, and the minute she said the end come out her mouth, I'm just like,
ma'am.
And she kept saying it because she was mad. Bitch, I get you mad, but bitch, let's find another word to figurate this black man. I'm just looking at her like, bitch, what you just said? Like, what? So at this point, I ain't give a fuck. I gave a fuck that she said that, but I ain't give a fuck to give his location because it's just like, you got this white bitch at my door, and she done called you a nigga about a good 10 to 5 times. Bitch, she's gonna have to beat your ass. He at the sauce party. Immediately when she got done, I said, I understand you mad. I did. I said, I understand you mad, but I don't like when I don't like when white people say nigga. Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, I'm so used to being around my friends. They are black, and I said, I get it. But I said, I'm not gonna let you say it around me. So let's just be clear. I understand you mad. And OT out here doing whatever the fuck he want. But bitch, we not about to do this. I said, go ahead and go to the South Party because that's where the fuck he at. Oh, bitch, I gave up your location now. Literally, I bullshit you not. I get a call probably because she zoomed out of my parking lot. She zoomed out the driveway quick than a bitch. I get a call 5 minutes later. She made it. You gave OT fucking baby mama where we was. I said, yep. I sure the fuck did. He over here getting his ass whooped. And then I said, well, what you calling me for?
Help your old boy.
Help your motherfucking homeboy, Mr. Macho Man. Go ahead and assist. Like, what the fuck? To this day, I don't fuck with the girl. But literally that next day, they had got into a fight. She gave this man a black eye. He came back to the house, had a patch over his eye, and she just a cheesing. I said, well, goddamn. Ain't that about a fucking bitch? But no, that was just my story I had to express. It was just the nigga part.
The nigga part.
It was the nigga part. Because I understand you mad, but ma'am, I need you to look. I need you to look at me and look at your color. Bitch, no.
Remember we went out to Lil Woodrow's with such and such, and he had a friend who was of Caucasian complexion. And remember how we just sit smoking this cigarette, nigga. I told that nigga. That was
Blue was looking like.
I was like, what the? I ain't never heard a white man say nigga so much in my life.
And they were, it was the fact that it was allowed. I understand you're drunk, but you, come on now. Y'all be allowing these white people to say that shit. And he felt so comfortable. It was like flowing.
Water.
Man. Yeah, and I told that nigga, and it's just like, I remember Blue texted me, she said, what the fuck is she said, what the fuck? And I couldn't help but laugh because it's like, damn, Blue, I didn't want this to be the impression of him, but damn. And he just kept saying it, y'all. And every time he said it, Blue would kind of look at me like, bitch, like. It was a lot going on that night because it was a, gotta share this story. It was a girl that was trying, no, how it was going, the dude, he was like, shit, I turn straight for you. You beautiful. Like, they were complimenting Blue. They were.
He kept saying, I'm strictly dickily, but I turned straight. I was like, why did he said it over and over, strictly dickily. And I was like, why did he keep saying strictly dickily?
But the most funny part about it, remember that girl? She was at the table with us and she disappeared. Y'all, she kept telling Blue, you were just so beautiful. Every 5 seconds, and Blue was just like,
ugly as hell. Had nothing to do with her complexion, but she was just not together in the face.
I want to say she asked Blue, do she like girls? And shit. Blue was like,
I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got a girlfriend? Yeah. I think either Blue said, yeah, or no, I got a boyfriend, some shit like that. And I'm like, why y'all won't leave Blue?
But then at some point she got up and she was flirting with these 2 men at the same time.
My God.
To get her to buy her a drink, and she was twerking and shit. And I was like, we are at a bar. We're not at the club. We're at a bar. This is an outdoor patio bar where they throw washers and shit in the holes and shit. And so it's like she flirting them up like. We were like, where did she go? And JayMariee was like, well, shit, they both probably took her home. She
disappeared quick to the bitch.
They probably, both of the men probably took her home.
She was doing a lot to get the motherfucking drinks, y'all. I think one of them bought her one. Mm-hmm. And then the homeboy had walked up on them. Mm-hmm. And she started flirting with the homeboy. And you could tell they was about to, they had the initiation like, bitch, I'm about to run a train on you.
And she literally like, what she went? And we were like, who is that? They were like, oh, we don't know. She just came and just started talking to us before y'all came.
My God. They didn't even know her. Like, she just popped the fuck. Well, that night, she got trained. I'm sorry. My God. Okay. I am done with my questions. Do you have any?
I do. Women of color spend more than $8 billion every year on skin bleaching creams worldwide. Skin bleaching is very big in Africa. In 2011, the World Health Organization reported that 40% of African women bleach their skin. Ooh. In Nigeria, 77% of women engaged in skin bleaching. In Togo, 59%. In South Africa, 35%. In Senegal, 27%. And in Mali, 25%. In the U.S., $2.3 billion was spent on purchases of skin bleaching creams in 2020. Experts predict that the global skin bleaching market will reach $12.3 billion by 2027. And skin whitening is very common throughout Asia. In South Korea, light skin is considered an ideal of beauty. And most South Koreans believe that having paler skin is the only way to look beautiful. In South Korea, skin whitening is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And I said what I said about India.
Yeah.
Brazil has the world's largest population of African descent outside of Africa. Racially mixed individuals with lighter skin generally have higher rates of social mobility than racial mixed people with darker skin. There is a disproportionately higher number of people among the mostly European descended elites than there is among those whose members are visible African descent. There are large health, education, and income disparities between the races in Brazil. A recent study finds that skin color is a stronger predictor of social inequality in Brazil than race. An example, race color categories used on the Brazilian census, and highlights that socially perceived skin color and race are not the same thing. Even though browns/mixed blacks comprise more than 50% of the population, they comprise less than 25% of all elected politicians. In a 26 study using twins as a control for the neighborhood and family characteristics found that the non-white twin is disadvantaged in the educational system. A 2015 study on racial bias and teacher evaluations in Brazil found that Brazilian math teachers gave the better grading assessments of white students than equally proficient and equivalently well-behaved black students. A 2018 paper found that discriminatory hiring and retention policies accounted for 6 to 8% of the overall racial wage gap. In Chile, there is a wide range of diversity from other cultures and ethnic backgrounds. The diversity in Chile sees colorism through social economic status, accommodating the pre-existing notion that darker skin complexions are less valued. A 2016 study found that Chilean school teachers expected less from their dark-skinned students, morenos, than they expected from their light-skinned students, blancos. Even the differences between being dark and being tan carry different types of status. Being tan means that people have more money because they have time to go to the beach and buy tanning products. Due to the history of colonization, being darker skinned means that people are automatically considered members of the lower class. Current studies have revealed that many Chileans want to have a lighter pigmentation and that they even consider themselves white, despite the fact they have a mixture of skin tones. A 2017 study revealed a 45% gap in educational achievement between the darkest and lightest skinned white Mexicans, and that wealth in the country is similarly correlated to skin color.
God damn, you did your research on this one. I love that. It makes me sad that the ladies in Africa have to bleach their skin. Right. What makes them? That is a good question.
Because
what makes them?
They just feel like they're a better candidate for marriage and whatnot if they bleach their skin, if they're lighter tones.
And the guys out there make them feel like that, or
well, it's due to colonization, just history in general. You know, white supremacy.
Got you. Okay.
I think I have the article on it. Hold on.
It ain't no problem. But that's crazy. Like that makes me sad. Mm-hmm. Like, I be seeing like Africans, like who was the example? No, I was about to say Ice Spice. Shit, Spice. Damn, why I thought of Ice Spice? I love her though. Mm-hmm. But Spice, I remember on an episode of Love and Hip Hop, I remember this shit. She was doing a music video. She didn't bleach her skin. That was something she didn't do. It was I think it was for her music video. And everybody had walked up and they looking for Spice. And she's sitting right in their fucking face. And so they like, who the fuck are you? She's like, it's me, it's Spice. Like, I bleached my skin. When I say them bitches were like, what the fuck? Like, why would you feel to do that shit? Like they were very, first of all, I love Spices. I love Spice. Mm-hmm. I love her skin. She's beautiful. Mm-hmm. But you can tell, like, I remember the song she rapped about, it was about the skin complexions. And, you know, she said a lot of good things in it, so I'm definitely gonna have to pull up the lyrics for that. But she basically was just saying, like, you know, it's always a battle between light skins and dark skins. And I just, you know, it just should be okay for you to be comfortable in your skin instead of going back and forth, you know?
Right.
And that was just her example of showing that by doing that and putting it on the video. Man, them bitches was like, I'm sorry, who the fuck are you? Shit is crazy. But the shit they do in Africa, that makes me really sad. It really does. You got an article about it?
The sale and usage of skin bleaching cosmetics was banned by the Rwandan government in 2019. South Sudan implemented a similar prohibition in the same year. In South Africa, skin bleaching, also known as skin lightening or skin whitening, was banned in 1990, and in Ghana, it was banned in 2017. Among Africans with a dark skin complexion, particularly women, skin bleaching is a prevalent practice. Even in countries where it is prohibited, the practice is widespread amongst black women who believe that lighter skin tones are more attractive than darker ones and that light skin brings privileges and opportunities unavailable to those with dark skin. Many people in Africa attribute being light-skinned to pretty privileges and success, said Anita Benson, a Nigerian dermatologist and founder of the Embrace Melanin Initiative, a nonprofit that works together to eradicate colorism and harmful skin practices in Africa. As a child, Benson was abused by her classmates because of the color of her skin. They called her derogatory names like Shadow and Gollywog because her skin was too dark. But like many other women, Benson refused to bleach her skin. The resistance led can lead to discrimination and stigma. The darker the skin tone, the greater the level of attacks. Because some men in Africa prefer women with lighter skin tones, many black women resort to bleaching their skin to appear more attractive. When she was an internal medicine resident in 2014, Benson knew a young girl who died from kidney disease because that probably had been caused by the use of skin bleaching products. She learned that the young girl had started skin bleaching to impress a man who had chosen to date a woman with lighter skin over her.
So that's why. Oh my God.
It also affects men too, but I couldn't find much on it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. This is my last point, and I promise you when I'm done. Light-skinned men and dark-skinned men. What are your thoughts of that?
I don't mess with light-skinned men because they think they're the princess in the relationship. Not all of you. Not all of you. I appreciate a manly light-skinned man, but some of them, they're like you would think light-skinned women would be. Like a Drake, like, I'm the prize. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that,
It's giving Drake.
That was in my experience, but like I don't discriminate between giving a light skin and a dark skin tint. No.
Every time I don't know, I'm sorry. I used to be mean. But every time I say a light skin date a light skin, I'm like, damn, y'all baby gonna come out clear.
Exactly. Which is why I can't have a baby with a light skin.
Baby gonna be clear, gonna be translucent. Like y'all baby is gonna be very see-through. But no, I used to say that, but I used to have a preference, and it was light-skinned men. But let me tell y'all about y'all heathens. You motherfuckers, Blue said it best. Y'all feel as though y'all are the prize. Y'all are the chosen one. And it's just like, bitch. No, that's... Y'all, I had my share of light skins. I actually had one light skin I dated. And it just felt like... I used to always hear this all the time. I'm the best nigga you ever had. I'm the finest nigga you ever had. And I just be like, you really feel that way, huh? Mm-hmm. That's what you feel in your heart. Your heart telling you that you the finest nigga I ever been with, huh? Well, goddamn. I'm glad you have that confidence. Oh my God. Versus a dark-skinned man. They got some fine-ass chocolate man, Lord. Ooh, y'all with the pretty-ass white teeth. Y'all have me over here hollering to the moon. Versus the light skin. I'm sorry. I'm transitioning over to the dark side. I used to like them light skin, like buttery light skin, but now it's giving very much. Give me a brown sugar, baby. Give me brown sugar and all the way down, baby. I love it now. It's something about that dark skin complexion that I have my coochie hollering. I'm sorry. That's too much TMI. But that is all I have. Miss Madame, do you have anything else to contribute?
That's it. That's all I got. It's already a 2-hour episode.
Oh my God, damn, this was a good one. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into these emails. We about to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back.
Are you enjoying the show? Give us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening on and connect with us on social media. Our Instagram is @VividlyVocalPod. Our Facebook is Vividly Vocal Podcast, and our Twitter is @VividlyVocal.
Vividly Vocal is an independent operation. So if you want to help us get bigger and better, cash up us at $Vividly Vocal. Now, back to the show.
Okay, first one. I was played like a joke.
Aww.
I just want to go ahead and start off this email saying that I should have listened to you girls because now it's so much going on. I can't even explain. So first off, the dude I was talking about, we are no longer in a relationship anymore. Well, we are no longer talking because of something he did without my consent. So this is what happened. So me and him have been having sex for some time now. And just to let you girls know, when I'm having sex, I am a slut.
Well,
I love when guys slut me out and do what they want to do with me.
Same.
It makes me go crazy. And there's been multiple times where I thought I was pregnant because of the things I was doing.
Oh, no, we can't do that.
But anyways, he has been recording us having sex since we started. Now, I didn't know anything because This, because it would be a certain way we would have sex, and it would get me in the mood to be a slut. When I get my text from my best friend today asking me, what have I been doing? Now, normally when she asks me these questions, something has happened, or she knows something because something I don't know. I immediately asked her what's wrong, and she sends me a video of me getting my brains fucked out, followed by some messages behind it, saying, oh my gosh, she is a slut, and I want to fuck her next. I'm so embarrassed, you guys. I didn't know I was being recorded, and I really want to hurt myself.
Oh my God.
Because I trust him with my body, and it just seems like he took advantage of me and made fun of me with people. I don't know what to do, and I could really use some advice from you guys. Thank you, girls. That's illegal as fuck. That's illegal as hell. So you probably need to press charges.
Send him to jail.
Yeah, because that was he recorded you without your consent. That's a violating your consent. And number 2, he's sharing it, and that's called revenge porn, and that's very illegal depending on where you live. I think you need to pursue charges on this.
Send him to jail. Fuck that shit. Because what the fuck? These niggas.
Yeah, you need to press charges.
Press charges. Fuck him. Fuck his feelings. And that's just that. I done had it done to me before, so I mean, it's no face, no case on my end, but it was just still the fact that it got shared around, and it not only got shared around, but it was being a taunting / funny thing to somebody that was really close to me, and they just thought it was funny, and it was nowhere near funny because I didn't have no acknowledgement of it, and it pissed me off because it's just like, you're supposed to be my friend, you're supposed to be someone that's really close to me, and you're making fun of me having a fucking video
out.
Shit crazy. Just keep your head up. Please let us know any updates with that one.
Right.
We're reading one more last email, you guys, because these emails are long. And this is from a new listener.
Yay.
It says, hey guys, just want to say I love this podcast. I heard this podcast was recommended from someone on TikTok. I have to look back at the person's name, but they highly recommended this podcast. And I just had to listen. All I'm going to say is I am not disappointed. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Because you girls give me so much life. I love this podcast a lot. Keep up the good work. Have you girls thought about doing shows? Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, we've already, we have.
We talked about it.
We talked about it. If the opportunity comes.
Yeah. I know it's still early for you girls, but once this podcast gets up there, y'all definitely need to start doing shows. Can't wait until the podcast gets a visual look. They have so many ideas on y'all. They have so many ideas on y'all can set up and video record. I'm so excited to see y'all faces I'm so excited to see y'all faces and see the facial expressions y'all give, because I know for sure JayMariee says some crazy things and blue face expressions be priceless. Yes, it do. I'm very excited. This is the problem I'm having. So a bit of context. I've been dating my boyfriend for almost 8 months. We usually work out together 2 to 3 days a week since he is very busy with work. And we can only hang out once every week and a half or so. For about a month now, he hasn't been that open to me working out with him at the same rate we used to. He works out with one of his guy friends and I join. He has other gym friends I've met as well, and they are really nice. This past Monday, I joined him at the gym, to which he did upper body and I did legs. About an hour into the workout, I go look for him, and him and his friends are talking to this girl who is 19. Oh my God. And I have not met before. I asked him for help on something, and I noticed he shrugged me off and treated me differently in front of her. His body language changed as well, and he wasn't even holding eye contact with me. I talked to him about it later that night, and he basically said he could not control the way I feel, and he did not treat me differently.
Red flag.
I asked him if he wants to talk to other people, to which he says no. Starting that day, I began feeling really off about the situation, even physically nauseous. We work out again on Wednesday, and she is there again and calls him over, and I go as well. She began ranting to him about how men hit on her in the gym, and she also asked that she got his text but forgot to respond. A couple minutes into this conversation, I walk away, but I overheard her asking if they will still work out the next day, which is Thursday, to which he says yes. About 30 minutes later, I use the restroom, and when I'm leaving, she goes in and begins asking me questions about my boyfriend. She says he got her number, social media, but is respectful, and she wishes us luck. When me and my boyfriend were leaving the gym, he asked me if I could gym today, which is Friday, and I respond, no, but I can come on Thursday. This is the day he told the girl he would work out with her, but he did not know I heard. He said no, he cannot because he will be busy with work and he doesn't know what time he would make it. I tell him to just text me when he heads over, and as usual, he does. I will head over as well. He says, okay. The next day, he texts me at 6 a.m. saying he threw up and he feels like he is dying. Red flag. I offer to bring him medicine, food, and he declines. I asked him if he is still going to the gym, and he tells me no, he needs to rest. I get a bad feeling about this and drove to his gym at the same time he was there every day to see if he was there, and he was. Girl!
That piece of shit.
He was working out with that girl. He did not see me, and I saw them through the window. One of the gyms is all windows, and you can see in it. I called him out on this day, Friday, and he says I stalked him. I'm crazy and invaded his privacy. I have never done anything like this the past 8 months, and I did it because I had a gut feeling that happened to be accurate. He is also now mad at me.
Bitch, fuck your man.
I feel like the situation turned on me when he is the one lying and being disrespectful towards me.
One thing about a woman, good.
Huh?
It's always right.
Come on. So I guess the question is asked, what do you need to do? Fuck that nigga.
Fuck him. It's only been 8 months. Let Gym Girl have him. Shit. Fucking piece of shit. Now you see the red flags. Number one, he said, I can't control how you're feeling. Instead of being my boyfriend and making an effort to make me feel comfortable, that's a red flag. He's getting the girl, he's shrugging you off in front of the girl, that's a red flag. He got the girl number in social media, that's a red flag. And then now he's gaslighting you into turning the situation on you. That's just what a manipulator do. You don't need him. You'll be better off without him. I promise you.
Fuck that nigga.
Fuck him.
Fuck him with the utmost disrespect.
It's only been 8 months too. Leave him alone.
Leave him alone, and I promise you he gonna be trying to crawl back.
Exactly.
And don't give him the time of day because it's the fucking audacity. Why would you lie to me?
Even though he probably hasn't even done anything physical yet, but he could. But why would you blow me off to go work at the gym with this woman, this random strange woman?
And then for her to come, but you could tell something was off because why the fuck would you come in the bathroom and be like, well, I have his number on social media, but I'm just trying to be respectful.
And why would you still go work out with him instead of being like, nah, I'm good, bro?
Exactly. So the intentions was there, baby. You're trying to fuck my man, or y'all have something going on because why would you? Because she said she walked over there and she was like, oh, I got your text, but I just didn't respond. Bitch, you want me to retaliate?
Yes, you know. Oh, all these guys are hitting on me at the gym. They see my fat pussy through my shorts, and I just hate it. I just hate being seen as a piece of meat.
Fucking hate it. Like, what the fuck?
Like, fuck him and fuck her. Even though she told you, we can't blame the woman all the time, but fuck you, bitch. You knew.
Suck it through a straw, bitch. But that's gonna be it, you guys. Baby girl, please let us know what's the outcome of that, because at this point, that nigga ain't shit. And that's just for real. We need a segment of that nigga
Let
ain't
us know. And thank you for coming to the podcast for your first time.
Yes, thank you so much. Please email us again. We would love to try to give you more advice on your journey of getting over this fuck-ass nigga.
My God.
But that's going to be it. Do you have any advice for everyone?
Stop comparing yourself to others. Flowers are pretty, but so are sunsets, and they look nothing alike.
That's beautiful. Mine is you got to take that next step or you will be doing... Oh, I think I did this one already. Hold on. I got another one for you. Don't be upset about the results you didn't get from the work that you didn't do. Now, that's a good one. I knew I read that other one, but yes. And it's another one. Chin up, girl. You are not who you were a year ago. Celebrate that.
Yeah.
Period. But that's going to be it, my lovely people.
Yep.
It feels so good to be back in the house one more time.
Right.
We will be back again on Sunday, you guys. Next Sunday.
Or next Monday to y'all.
Oh, yeah, next Monday to y'all. But this is your host, JayMariee.
And this is Blu.
And we will see you guys on next episode. Bye.